Hi, I'm Justina, and in this physiology assignment, I'll be talking about spirometry capacities. Now, what is spirometry? Spirometry is simply a common pulmonary function test that measures lung volumes, and it is always different in males and in females. In fact, in females, it's always about 20 to 25%, according to some books, less than in males. It varies with age and size, tall people, short people. I will also briefly talk about pulmonary volumes because it's going to help us understand further our pulmonary capacities. Pulmonary volumes. We could simply describe it as volume of gas in lungs at a given time during an expiratory cycle. I'm going to talk about four different pulmonary volumes, including tidal volume, expiratory reserve volume, inspiratory reserve volume, and residual volume. About tidal volume, this is simply the volume of air expired and inspired at every normal breath. About inspiratory reserve volume, this is volume of air that is inspired on top of tidal volume, and it is about 3000 milliliters. Tidal volume is about 500 milliliters. Expiratory reserve volume is amount of air that is expired on top of tidal volume, and it is about 1100 milliliters. And then we have residual volume. This is amount of air that remains after expiratory reserve volume, because no matter how hard you breathe out, there's always going to be that air that remains in order to prevent the lungs from collapsing. And now pulmonary capacity. Inspiratory capacity is simply tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume, which is 500 milliliters, plus 3000 milliliters, which equals 3500 milliliters. Functional residual capacity is simply expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume, which is 1100 milliliters plus 1200 milliliters, which equals 2300 milliliters. Vital capacity is simply inspiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume, which equals 3000 milliliters plus 500 milliliters plus 1100 milliliters, which equals 4600 milliliters. This is a simple diagram to demonstrate what I was talking about. For example, total lung capacity, as you can see from the graph here actually up to that far end, it's about 5800. And now to demonstrate further on pulmonary volumes and pulmonary capacities, I will draw little boxes like so. Tidal volume. This is simply volume of air inspired and expired with each normal breath, and it is about 500 milliliters. We have inspiratory reserve volume. This is air inspired above tidal volume. It is about 3000 milliliters. Inspiratory reserve volume. We also have expiratory reserve volume, which is air expired above tidal volume, and it is about 1100 milliliters, so it should be a little bit bigger than 500, like so. We also have residual volume. This is air that remains after expiratory reserve volume. Which it is about, so it should be bigger. Residual volume. It is about 1200 milliliters. And now we calculate pulmonary capacity with the help of pulmonary volumes. Inspiratory capacity. This is simply tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume, which will give us 3500 milliliters. or functional residual capacity. This is simply the combination of expiratory reserve volume plus reserve volume, which is about 2,300 milliliters. Vital capacity is simply the combination of inspiratory reserve volume plus tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume. This, that, and that. And this is going to be about 4,600 milliliters. Total lung capacity is about 5,800 milliliters.